FBG Butter. Clearly, this dude is out of his mind.
Show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, as y'all know, lately FBG Butter been doing interviews and running around letting it be known that he finessed Adam22 and No Jumper out of their money for playing with Wooski's name, Mama Duck, and the GDs. Now, to be honest with y'all, I'm actually glad that he did, because Adam has been getting a little too carried away with how he been referring to the guys, playing with the culture as if everything's just one big game. Now, I can understand if Adam was really like that and would be able to hold his own and defend himself, but we know damn well once some real stuff pop off, Adam is either running or calling the cops or even both. So to know that he's not really like that and speaking on guys that really been in the streets kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Not to mention, he's another one of those guys that don't know a thing about the culture, but asking these incriminating questions and trolling these guys like everything is one big game, as if guys haven't really lost dues to this lifestyle or been through anything themselves. Now, I don't know if it was in Butter's best interest to go public and say that he took money from Adam22, because if Adam actually does decide to report it to the police, it's not much defending he could do against that. But Adam had some words himself for Butter after Butter would do interviews, telling the world that he finessed No Jumper, and of course Adam would take this as a perfect opportunity to address the claims and respond to Butter. Now, he would call FBG Butter FBG Butthead, which was a little funny, I can't lie. Then calls him zesty, then calls him a drug addict, right? Even a clout chaser, which is kind of crazy, because if Adam calls you a clout chaser, that's just different. You know, how you out-clout the clout chaser? You know, but Adam would say that Butter is lying and he never took no money from them, but Butter posted receipts that said otherwise, I can't lie. Now, in the past, I have said that Adam is a little too disrespectful, right? But I think what he said to Butter this time actually takes the cake. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all gonna see what I'm referring to in a minute. So we're gonna get into all that, but before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Like this video and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to watch new updates every time we drop a video. Now check out what Adam had to say about FBG Butter. Check this out.
Okay, so forgive me. I'm outside the hotel right now. I was gonna wait to say this on the podcast, but I forgot to say it when we recorded the episode yesterday and everything. But FBG Butter, clearly this dude is out of his mind, or at least like is such a clout chaser that he's doing multiple interviews claiming that he got all this money off of No Jumper, that he scammed us for money. On my mom, on my kids, he got us for $0, and he's now doing multiple interviews claiming that he got us for some money, and it is 100% not true. So I just wanted to get that out there, and then I'm gonna continue this in 1 second. I have watched some of his interviews before, and the kid is definitely funny and entertaining, right? But he's also clearly a drug addict, and he pretty much admits to that. He drinks like crazy in the interviews. He's talking all about popping Zans and everything like that. So it's definitely a possibility that he doesn't even realize that he's lying about scamming us, because he's so that he's just not even aware. But that being said, I've watched his interviews when he's denying being a snitch, and I've thought to myself, like, well, you know, he doesn't seem like he's lying. But then seeing clips of him talking about how he scammed us, I'm like, well, he doesn't seem like he's lying there either. So I think the odds of him actually being a snitch in this whole duck case and everything, to me, are very, very high, because this kid is clearly some kind of sociopathic liar and a drug addict, possibly zesty. That's still up for debate. Oh yeah, and this is the other thing I wanted to say too, is that I actually had like a long phone call with FBG Butta a couple weeks ago before he was supposed to do the interview. And he was all like texting me and like making sure I got on the phone with him and shit. So I call this dude, I'm talking to him, and he tells me, like, I'm expecting him to say some shit about the Wooski thing and like, oh bro, you disrespected Wooski or whatever. I already knew what I was gonna say to be able to, like, you know, talk to him about that, right? He didn't want to talk about that. All he was doing was just apologizing and swearing up and down that he was an honest person, and basically just telling me that even though he had missed our initial interview date, that he was going to make it up to me and that he was going to actually come into town and that he wanted to make sure that he got it done and how he would never scam anybody. And now he's doing a series of interviews where he's lying and claiming to have scammed us. Who scams by lying about scamming? I'm just saying, this kid, you can't believe anything he says. So anyway, we got a new nickname, FBG Butthead. I don't know if anybody ever said that before. I think it's pretty good. You should probably Google it and see, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just stick it out there, FBG Butthead, because I've never seen such bozo activity in my entire history of interviewing rappers. And trust me, I've interviewed all kinds of retards. So, I mean, FBG Butthead, you take the cake. If there was an Olympics, you would be the greatest Olympian in the retard Olympics ever. I need to go to bed. Fuck you. We out. Okay, also, I can't believe I'm going to do this, but just because I know somebody's going to try to twist my words, I'm not saying that everybody I've ever interviewed is a dummy. I'm just saying a lot of dum-dums have slipped through the cracks over the years. So I've definitely dealt with a lot of very shady characters, people who are possibly like well below Forrest Gump on the IQ test. But I just got to give it to FBG Butthead. He takes the cake. He's the cream of the crop. If you're looking for somebody who's just an absolute butthead, he's your guy.
Now, Butter will respond with his own series of videos responding to Adam, and this is what he had to say. Check this out.
On my homie, like, so there ain't nobody got to do no flogging about robbing on my Adam22, so they like, on Tuka, you got finesse, gang. On Shondell, I ain't never finesse nobody, so I ain't too hot, none of that. Bro, it's $3,000, what's 3K, gang? On Lil Brian, I'm top 4,000, 5, 6, 7,000 for interviews, gang. That was nothing, gang. On my brother, folks, like I said, apologize to my homie, shorty, on Tuka grade, gang. You talking about you want your money back on Tuka, and since you want to say flogging on Kyrie, and I got to drop the receipts on Tuka. I'm gonna drop your PayPal receipt. Stop playing, bro. Know what's going on. Y'all know what's to me, gang. I ain't doing no fucking flogging, gang. You, look, you so mad. He's so mad on Tuka. He did a lot of holding on my dead homie. Sucking that first on Tuka grade. That just keep it a buck. If I ain't finesse you, gang, on Tuka, now you, oh yeah, I ain't dig. I got all day with this on, bro. He don't even know who you playing with. So folks them grade. Tell me I be too high. Homo. What? You crazy white boy. I knew you was getting. Say cheese paid me more, goofy, on first grade. So I say ride a white boy for playing with my homie. Go with the black. Like on Tuka grade, like the fact that you say you gonna spend the rest of your life telling people not to with me, it's sad, bro. It shows, man. Cow. I thought I was lying. I thought you ain't give me nothing. Make the fans look at you again. Contradict the shit you say.
Now, that was the guys responding to each other on videos. But Adam22 will post about FBG Butter and get very, very, very disrespectful. But we're going to get into that. Now, in the first slide of his IG story, he would show a group chat between him and his team, as it would say, quote, "Did we give Butter money?" Somebody said, yes, he's been paid. He said, how much? He's acting like he's running off on us according to the DJU headline. So I want to sue him if he is really trying to run off. I haven't seen what he said though. His publicist, which go by the name of Laura, she said, quote, "Last time I asked when we can reschedule because we paid $3K and no response since. I'll check with Josh because I think he might have clicked on refund on PayPal. I'll triple check. Yes, we disputed it and got the money back." Now, two things. Like I just told y'all earlier, if something really goes off, Adam is either going to run or call the cops or both. And just like in previous videos we did covering Adam and any situation he had with these Chicago guys, I explained that Adam is the worst type of person because he's the type to talk crazy to you, but when it comes really down to it, he's going to call the cops. So you have no wins. It's a lose-lose situation. Now he clearly says, I want to sue him if he's really trying to run off. This is the same individual that will call you all types of names and dish your dead homies or troll you for a response. And the minute Butter finesses him, they even put hands on him, he want to take it to the courts. That's the worst person to deal with. But I can't blame nobody but these guys because they still support him. They still go on his podcast no matter how much he troll, which is why he feels comfortable doing and saying whatever he wants. Now, the second thing I want to point out is where it said they disputed and got the money back, which means that Butter isn't lying about running off on Adam. They paid, he never showed for the interview or whatever he needed to do. However, they disputed it through whoever the payment processors were. In this case, they said PayPal. Usually people do it on whatever payment processor, whether it's Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, whatever it is, you could dispute, right? And that's how they got the money back. But in all actuality, Butter definitely ran off with the initial money that was given to him for the interview because it's proof that someone from his team sent the money and Butter never responded. That's finessing. So Adam gonna have to take that L. I mean, he must not know what finessing mean or somebody running off on you. Just because you disputed it don't mean that somebody didn't run off on the money. Now, Butter might have to pay that money back because it is a claim that was put in and it was approved, but he did run off with the initial money. But anyway, Adam will show another screenshot showing that the refund of $3,000 was approved and he got it back. But like I said, at that point, he was already finessed. Then Adam would take to his story to speak about the receipts Butter posted, as he would say, quote, FBG Butthead posted a screenshot of him having negative $3,000 in his PayPal and thinks that proves he scammed us. Next level retard, I swear. Now, pretty much after Adam's team disputed the $3K, clearly PayPal did their research and took the money back that they credited to Butter, but I'm sure he withdrew it already, which is why it said negative $3,000. So I don't know what Adam don't get, but he was finessed, but it seemed like out of desperation, he's just trying to prove that he wasn't, but he was finessed, man. Once again, at that point, the money was already finessed. But aside from all that, here's a slide where I say Adam went a little too far and got a little too, not even a little, he got way too disrespectful. If this was anywhere else in the world and he said this to someone's face, it would be a whole different outcome. I'm sure of it. But Adam would take to his IG story to say, quote, so when FBG Butthead puts it on Duck and on his dead ad baby mama, he's doing that because he doesn't care about his dead homies. He's a goofy and a liar. I posted receipts. What he gonna say now? Then in the next slide, he will say, quote, FBG Butt Sex just got exposed for lying about scamming me. 5 minutes beforehand, he was swearing he was telling the truth and putting it on FBG Duck. Lying and putting it on your dead homie is crazy. Now, like I said, technically Butter wasn't lying because clearly the money was sent to him and he ran off. They only got it back by disputing it with the company. But do y'all see what I'm saying? This man literally said his dead ass baby mama. Like, come on. And once again, what's annoying the most is that we know Adam isn't even like that. So you sitting here talking about someone's dead associate, let alone his baby mother. He went a little too low for me. I don't even hear Butter's ops talking about his baby mother, let alone Adam22. Because we know that kids and baby mothers is pretty much off limits. But of course, this man who's not of our culture, just benefiting, don't know no better, so he takes it too far. This isn't the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last. Even if Butter was my op, I feel away. Right? Because you going too far, man. And the dudes that call themselves street guys that are around Adam, they know better because no one's checking him. And at the end of the day, he's relying on them to protect him anyway. But it is what it is, man, I guess. I think I'm the only one that see a problem with that. But Butter will respond with his own receipts and comments as he would take to his first slide of his story to show a screenshot of text messages between him and Adam, where it shows Adam responded by saying, quote, we did a claim and got it right back, you lying ass snitch. The bigger point is why you would even want to pretend to steal $3,000. Obviously, I'm now going to spend the rest of my life telling people not to F with you and trashing you on the podcast. You're not that smart. So not only did he admit that he did put a claim in to get the money back, which means that FBG Butter did run off with the initial money, he also admitted that he's going to start blackballing FBG Butter as well, and talk about him on the podcast. So there you have it, man. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all feel about this. How y'all even feel about Adam talking about FBG Butter's baby mother? Like, I know all the other stuff is entertainment. Yeah, he ran off on him, blah, blah, blah. I got the money back, cool. But once you start saying things like you're dead, I don't know, that rubbed me the wrong way. You know, pause, but that rubbed me the wrong way, man, because I know that Adam isn't like that. As we see, he's talking about suing him for running off with money. So imagine if Butter was to actually do something to him. It's like a double-edged sword, and it's kind of not fair because you got somebody that's just talking out of his you-know-what and able to say whatever he want, and the minute you try to do something to him or whatever the case may be, he want to run to law enforcement. It's just crazy. But it is what it is. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know how y'all feel about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.